Welcome to Bass Story, where we bring you the most epic NBA stories. In today's video, get ready to dive deep into Michael Jordan's legendary moments, told by the players and journalists who were there to witness it all. If you're passionate about NBA stories like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Your support helps Bass Story grow, bringing you closer to the heart of the game with every new story. Thanks for watching. Let's jump into the world of Ben J.
I know how we felt playing against Jordan. Like, Jordan was the most dominant player in our era, and we would talk for hours on the phone watching him play against another team, you know, just admiring him play. But at the same time, it was like there were things that he did in the air that we just couldn't do. You mentioned Jordan. Did you notice his body language?
He's still on alert. He's still on alert, like he's sitting in the film room.
Off the cuff, he's certainly the top 5 of all time. But playing against him and MJ, I think for me it's MJ all day long, only because how I played against him, and you know, MJ just had everything, you know, from mid-range to three-point to post-up game, and he could score and dominate in each position.
Was he mean to you?
No, he wasn't. He actually killed me slowly, and yeah, he would comment to the coach, he's actually doing a great job out here, and meanwhile he's pouring in 45.
Wait, he's talking to your coaches?
Yeah, I remember Chris Ford, he's yelling at me. Chris Ford's yelling the whole time, he's like, "Rookie, get in front of him, get in front of him." And I'm fronting him on the post, and MJ just kind of slowly glides across the floor, and he gets the ball and shakes and scores. And I did everything the game plan said, and then there's a breaking action. We're sitting there, and you know, Chris Ford is just down there just hammering me, and MJ was like, he's doing a great job, coach. He's actually doing a great job. Meanwhile, he's got 45 on the books. So I was like, yeah.
Did you think that Mike didn't want you taken out because he had 45 in the books? Like, he wanted you to guard him?
No, I honestly believe that he didn't think that anybody could stop him. He could score whenever he wanted to score, wherever he wanted to score. So it didn't matter what I did.
How did you like playing against MJ your rookie year?
Shaking in my boots. First time. shaking in the first time I had to guard. I'm like, yo, man, first of all, let me go back. 1997, MJ them in the playoffs. I think they played against the Hawks, right? I'm at the game, playoff game. Bro, I got an opportunity to go in the back by the locker room after the game. So I'm standing back there. I'm 17 years old, kid. I've never been around NBA players like this, or even, you know, I've never been around somebody like MJ. So I'm standing back there, kid, and Pip comes out. All these players start coming out. Mike comes around that corner. Bruh, I ain't gonna lie to you. The man had a glow, bro. I swear, Mike, dog, that shit is real.
I believe it.
That shit is real.
I got a question. This young generation thinks a certain way. Who is your GOAT basketball?
Here we go.
You know, it's funny that everybody asks that question. And to me, I think Michael Jordan is the best in my era. The way that he played, everything that he brought to the table, not to take anything away from LeBron or Kobe. LeBron is great, but Michael was a killer from day one. He was an assassin from day one. I thought that LeBron had to learn how to be an assassin. He was great now. Like, if you ask me who would I want to play with, I'm gonna say LeBron.
Because you want to score.
Yeah, I want to score. I want to score. LeBron is a lot like Magic. He's a facilitator. He knows how to get people the ball, and you know, he became a scorer as he got, you know, as he got older. But he's great. But I'm gonna say, you know, Michael.
Got a Michael Jordan story for me before we say goodbye?
Yes. During our time with the Knicks, you know, there was no layup rule. And every time someone went to the basket, there was going to be a challenge in some form or fashion, whether it was standing in front of a guy or going to try to meet him. And so Michael Jordan this time was going to the basket, and I decided that, hey, it may be a good idea to try to go over and block his shot again. Unfortunately, that time I got put on a poster, and with the fat lip. And then I always ask how many people have that story. So I'm just grateful to have great Michael Jordan stories because that meant that I was there in the building.
So you got a fat lip, and he dunked on you?
Yes, he did.
But you know what? Michael doesn't have a Heisman, Charlie.
That is true.
Yeah.
This is how cold MJ is. I'm giving y'all, I've never said this. One dude, this got word around, you know, MJ, we all hanging out afterwards. One street dude come up there, got a bag of hundreds. MJ, let's gamble. MJ looked at him. Said, I ain't got a lot of time. Slip a coin for it, heads or tails. Dude looked at that hundreds. I'm good. He thought he was gonna go back and forth with him. MJ ain't got time for that.
100 racks?
He looked and said, let's flip a coin for it, heads or tails. Which one you call it? Right. He looked at that money like you could tell he had all the hood's money. He was like, man, I can't do this, I have no flip. He looked.
But when you look at Jordan up close, when you're watching him with the Dream Team, it felt like that was the coming out party where Larry and Magic had already passed the baton to Mike, and he was the best player in the game and dominating probably those pickup games. What was your first impression when you see Jordan or you're trying to guard him?
My first impression of Jordan and my lasting impression of Jordan is how much effort he put forth on the defensive end. People don't talk about that enough. You know, you get on Facebook and it shows his dunks and his offensive plays, but you got to remember, I think he was first team, all defensive team, 8, 10, 12 years? I mean, people don't stress that enough. And Michael Jordan was the greatest defender also. And look at the effort Kobe Bryant put forth on the defensive end. And that's where the differences are made. The small little things in the game that make a huge difference. Playing defense hard, playing defense the right way.
Amazing defender.
Right.
And Jordan had 40.
Right.
So I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Right. So you hear a lot of people say, well, Mike would average 40, Mike would average 50. In today's game, with the rules the way they are, you played in both eras. How many points do you think Jordan would literally average per game?
Today?
Today.
Shoot. More than James Harden.
James Harden had a season he averaged 36.
More than that, for sure.
Really?
For sure. And I was at the Jordan era.
Yeah.
I was in the LeBron, Kobe.
Yeah.
Dunking, and I was at the tail end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I played with these guys.
Right.
I've seen all the 3-point balls go
Right.
up. They can't. Jordan, no way. Jordan would average 50.
You believe Jordan would average 50?
If he wanted to.
Right.
Like James Harden wants to average 50. He just can't.
Right.
He got 38.
Right.
Amazing.
Right.
If Jordan wants to average 50, and if he was playing his era, I think he averages 50.
It was funny, I was talking to James Worthy, not the name drop on you, Scott,
That's all
but I was talking to the name of James Worthy, and he was like, can you believe skinny little Michael is Michael Jordan? And I was like, yeah, because I'd been around since 1982. And to see him become what everybody models themselves after. And I've gone years of saying, he was the best in the 90s, Dr. J, Oscar Robertson. I just had to admit it. You know, I'm not going to get to do this again. He was the greatest basketball player in the NBA history.
Mentality of Kobe versus Michael Jordan in practice at the Olympics. Is there a discrepancy? Like, is there similarities that they sort of attacked when they came in, that practice was a game to them?
No, I think they're probably two of the most similar great players in the history of our game. I mean, and one, they really, they were just super talented, but they were also incredibly prepared. And I don't think anybody was any more competitive than those two guys. So they were that all the time. That was their personality. And when they were on the court and it meant something in practice or in a game, they were all business. They wanted to be great, not good.
The Crip destroy the league now. I mean, he would be setting all-time records. There'll probably be a season he averaged 40. in this era, especially the way he got to the line. His mid-range will be most effective.
One game that, ironically, this may sound a little bit odd, but it's probably more than any other game. That's the game I look forward to the most. Because you knew that night you had to be at your absolute best. And so if there's something, anything, a matchup or whatever, that's going to bring out the best in you, if you're a true competitor, that's what you really want. And so for me, it was the one game I look forward to more than any other game to play against him, because he was everything that you just described with LeBron. I was listening to you. Yeah. That's about the way it is. Yeah, like any slip up, any lull, any mistake that's made, you're gonna exploit it. He's gonna take advantage of it. So you had to be so keenly locked in, game plan, here's what we're doing, here's where I need to be. And you would be furious if somebody didn't rotate they were supposed to, because you knew, you know, look, I'm trusting that you're gonna be there. And so, because if you're not there, dude's about to do some, he's about to do something, real freaky here.
I mean, you witnessed it.
Yeah, I saw it. I did. But I'm just saying, I'm like, man, when people say he averaged 40, 45, I'm like 50. I'm like, man, do y'all know how many points that is?
Yeah, winner takes ball.
Winner take out.
Winner takes ball.
Okay, no, that one. So
why would it never happen?
Because Michael Jordan was all defensive first team 9 times.
Okay.
LeBron James was 5 times.
Okay.
Michael Jordan led the league. I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay.
So Michael Jordan led the league in scoring 10 times.
Okay.
10. LeBron James led the league in scoring once.
Okay.
So I'm talking about a guy who's been the best offensive player and the best defensive